Hello Oklahoma, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I will be talking about the forecast for tonight into tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow evening into Wednesday morning. So let's get started. As of right now, storms are developing on the Kansas-Colorado state line, and these storms will form into a line before they will possibly produce tornadoes in this area, this highlighted area right here. And as they do that, it'll start to form into a line. You can see a little bit of a line right here, but this is probably not what it'll look like entirely. Once it does form into a line, it'll probably be around right here, and it'll take this general direction through the flood watches, and it'll probably be moving at around 30 to 50 miles an hour. Not too sure on that yet, but it will be moving fast with strong winds. Talking about strong winds, there is a new SPC outlook, and it has been updated. So now there is a 5% chance of seeing a tornado within 5 miles of each storm. There is a 15% wind chance and a 15% significant hail chance. So right here is the general path it'll take. Once again, right through here around the Wichita area, Tulsa area, and it'll keep going through Arkansas. The highest tornado threat, though, will be with possibly supercells in front of the line of storms. And those, if there were to be supercells in front of the storms, those would cause a couple of tornadoes, possibly EF1 plus, roughly. Not too sure on that. Although there could be a tornado tomorrow, and that is what is the most concerning part about the storm. There is a wind chance, which is probably more concerning than the tornado threat, because there will be wind. So you can see right here where the storms will be going through, 15%, and the hail threat. There is a 15% significant chance of hail, and this is where the supercells would more than likely be, the pre-line supercells, since those have a better chance of producing hail. And here in just a second, I'll have a model pulled up. Right now, actually. And the storms are up here right now in the Colorado-Kansas state line area. This is what they look like. That's what they will become at some point in time. Right here is important because this is where the supercells develop, and you can see them right here near Elkhart and Dodge City, and then it becomes a bigger problem near the 2 o'clock time frame, roughly, because the line's back here, and this is a pre-frontal pre-storm supercell, pre-line supercell per se, for example, whatever you want to call it. And this is where the tornado threat is currently, as well as the hail threat. So if you live in this area, be watching out tonight. And as we go into the morning tomorrow, the main threat will become, with the supercell, it'll become less of a tornado threat and more of a wind and hail threat, as the supercell will take over the line of storms, and it'll be in the Tulsa area around 7 tomorrow. So Nowata, Washington, Osage, Tulsa, Rogers counties, be ready, as this could be coming in around 7 tomorrow. And this would cause wind damage, possibly, not for certain, depends on the strength of it when it comes in, but it could cause wind damage, hail damage, and flooding threats will all be included in that storm. As we go into the day, storms will continue, and this is when the tornado threat isn't a thing anymore for eastern Oklahoma, per se, in the morning. But as we go into the afternoon, storms will redevelop, and those could become supercells. As you can see, there's a little bit of a line area up here, and this would probably re-impact the northeast part of the state later. But storms start to develop, like right here near McAlester, the Tulsa area. OKC will probably not get into a lot of action. Maybe some rain, but not much. And Ada has a small little pocket of rain right there. But as we go into the afternoon to evening, a line of storms will start to develop right here. So this is a possible supercell. Little Rock could be in the line or in the way of a supercell. So they will need to be watching out tomorrow too. And even into the night, there's still a line of storms right here. The tornado threat will probably calm down, although I'm not too certain on that. And it looks to be developing more of a cold front now. So these storms will start to pile onto each other and cause a flooding threat. So down here by McAlester, actually probably by Wichita Falls and Fort Smith, need to be watching out for flooding. Up there in the middle of Missouri might have some flooding issues. So get ready for that. Lows that morning in the Tulsa, OKC, and Fort Smith area will be in the upper 60s to mid 70s. So watch out for that. Down here in Texas, though, it's going to be 82 at 1. So a little bit surprising for what type of month that we're in. But these storms will still be around 3 and probably to 7. Well, they get into Texas around 7, so they're out of Oklahoma by then. And then, of course, we got this little bit of a line right here that'll probably try and make it to Tulsa again. So that's the reason that we have a flood watch today, because these storms will be going over the same areas, or training over the same areas. So be ready for that. And the flooding risk for tomorrow will be a 2 out of 5, I believe, roughly. Tomorrow we could pick up around 1.75 inches of rain in the Tulsa area. OKC has a significant drop, but anywhere along this line, like right here in northwest Kansas, has the chance for 1.5 to 1.7 inches of rain. But right here in the darker green in northeast Oklahoma, there is a chance of almost 2 inches of rain. And therefore, we have that flood watch. Same here. Fort Smith and Ada areas. Almost 2 inches of rain right here. So that's why we have that. And tomorrow is the same, almost the area that I've been talking about. There is a 5% chance of tornadoes here too. Pretty much the same diameters as tonight's storm system, but in the southeast part of the state. Now, I will be watching tonight and tomorrow, so be watching out for a live. Go check out the website. It will be updated or checked on almost every hour. And I think that's about all for today, guys. I'm going to let the radar play through one more time, and that'll be all. Have a good rest of your Monday.